Hey, internet friends, we're live right now. I'm actually going on live early. We don't really even start for another 5 seconds. So I just decided to start a little early because I'm going to do a little bit different. A little commercial for myself or here, people here in Minneapolis. And here it goes. Boom. Hey, where's Steve? Me and Steve were talking the other day about that countdown timer that I normally use, and I thought I'd do something different because people do see it, they get old, but I'm using this one, and this is kind of a cool thing that my wife bought for me. It's got a little magnet on here, so I can actually speed up time by putting this on because there's iron filings going through here, and this actually speeds up time, so it can happen a lot faster than you believe. Look how fast it's going. Woohoo! Let's go get Steve before I get out of hand. But today we're going to talk about magic. We're talking about mail. We're going to talk about metaphysics. Where's that Steve guy? Steve-O.
Hey, I love that intro.
I did a little different. What the heck?
Yeah, I loved it. And that time, that hourglass thing, where'd she find that? That's awesome.
I don't know, but it's got a little magnet on here, so it
really does speed. Does it really speed up the time, or is it just?
I don't know. You'd think so.
You haven't timed it yet. Okay.
It pulls it through. It'd be microseconds, I suppose, but
hey,
I don't know. So today, this is what we're talking about, dude.
Oh,
male
versus female,
yeah.
And metaphysics, yeah.
And metaphysics versus
physics. Metaphysics versus just physics.
What is the opposite of meta? Micro?
No, meta means earth, physical. You know.
I thought meta what meant beyond, and physics was.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. Spirit. Yeah. Okay.
Beyond physics. So
don't ask me these difficult questions.
We're wasting time. We're already 2 minutes in, and we're going to try and cram these 3 topics into 10 minutes.
What?
Yeah, we're going to condense it to 10 minutes.
Oh, I don't know. I can't do it all in 3 minutes.
Sure you can. So let's talk about magic. How was your magic this weekend? Did you do any gigs?
Yes, I did. I had 2, and one yesterday. The lady called me at 1:00 and wanted the show at 5, and I had to drive an hour and a half to get there. It was over on the other side of Orlando.
Well, we had the IBM picnic this Sunday.
Yeah, what was that about? I saw the magic in the park. Yeah.
There wasn't that many people there. I mean, maybe they're doing other things, or maybe they just haven't realized that we're actually meeting in person again. But it was a small group, and I think about it, hindsight 2020. We were looking, what should we do? So all they had was a deck of cards, and everybody passed the deck around. Everybody did a card trick. And I thought, what we should have did? We should have got rid of all the cards, all the coins, all the sponge balls, all the everything. Everybody hit the woods. You got to go out in the woods, find something that you can do a little routine with that has at least 3 effects in it. Find a stick or a rock or a leaf that would have been a kind of cool thing to do. Just do like a magician survivor.
We're going to put you in charge next year.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about a little bit after this is done. I'm going to talk to you about, because I don't know if I want to do magic gigs again.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. You have to listen to, that's part of the metaphysics. You have to listen to what the spirit within you is saying, what the voices you're hearing, because it's a heart-mind connection. And for me, it's evident, and it's not only evident that I'm doing what I'm doing as a magician, but it's working for me. Unbelievable. As I told you, when I went full time, within 3 to 8 years, I was making more money than both of my parents were, and they couldn't believe it. It was really hard for them to accept.
So you're in that alignment with your purpose.
Yes. So you have to find that, and my belief is, in the metaphysics, is that map or that path is already within you. You just have to connect with that. So how do you do that? Well, you do some self-discovery and go look and see what's there, because whatever your gifts, strengths, and talents are, they are there for the reason to show you where you're supposed to go. What's your passion?
Right. It's the kind of person that says, I want to be like David Copperfield, or I want to be a busker like Gonzo, or who's that guy? Because is it Gonzo that does the
Yeah,
custom bulk?
yeah, Gazo.
Yeah. But if you ain't got that personality, it ain't gonna work. You got to get that.
It's
That'd be
not.
like,
It's not just a personality. It's part of. It's a passion, because in the magic world there are all different kinds of personalities. You know, of being able to perform. So it's really a heart thing. You know, and so anyway, if somebody wants help on doing that self-discovery stuff, get in touch with me, because that's what I do. I've been able to help a lot of people as a coach. You know, and so self-discovery is one of my specialties. You know. Anyway, I have a magic trick for you.
what?
Let's do a little magic.
Let's do it. Let me.
Hopefully I can do this without spilling the water. Can you open up the screen for me?
I can. Here we go.
I don't want to spill the water on my keyboard, otherwise I'll be in trouble. All right, we got a cup. I'm going to pour a little water in here. Can you see this? I want to make sure I got it high enough.
Looks good.
Does that look good?
Yeah.
All right. And now for the magic. Wiki, wacky, zoom, hop, and look. I turned it into ice.
Wow. That's convenient down there in Florida.
Yeah, that's one of the tricks I have on my dollarstarmagictricks.com. It's inexpensive, and yet pretty impressive when that piece of ice comes out of that cup after pouring all that water, and the water's gone. How does he do it?
That's very cool. Yeah, well, the water isn't gone. It's ice now.
Yeah, right.
Which brings me into an interesting thing. This is sort of goes into we're mixing this metaphysical thing
That's
and
fine.
the mail thing all up. But to me, that's the Trinity. The water, ice, and steam.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's the same thing, but in different forms. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, different forms. Yes. Deep stuff.
And you are the same thing. You're the same way. You can be the ice, you can be the vapor, you can be the water. You know, that's the thing. We limit ourselves. I know when I was younger, people tried to limit me and tell me what I could and could not do. They told me, you can't make a living being a magician. You got to get a real job. And I believed them. I went to college, spent all that money, got a degree. It has nothing to do with what I'm doing as a magician. And so, you know, you have to, don't let people tell you what you are. In fact, as a coach, I don't tell people what they are. I let them tell me. I just ask the questions.
Sure. And then that's what it takes. It takes someone else to ask the question. Because if you ask your own questions, you give yourself your own answers. And
yeah, right.
That's right. Your ego that's answering the questions and protecting you. The coach kind of digs in deep.
Now, in regards to the mailing, when I send that postcard out to people, I'm presenting a question to them or a form of action. Because what I want them to do is I want them to say, yeah, I want that. And then to go to the QR code and go to my website or my video and watch what it is I have to offer them. And when they do, it pulls them in, and they're now emotionally involved in that little postcard and what it is I'm promoting for them.
Yeah, for those that don't know, that's what this is, Our Magic Deal. This is a software that Steve and I both use called Mailbox Power, and it works really good for sending out postcards, and it's affordable because you just got to pay postage, and the system that we're in and the level.
And the other thing you mentioned earlier before we started the podcast is the fact that Mailbox also provides you with a list of all demographics and all geographical areas. So, you know, I have one list for my senior retirement centers. I have another list for my daycare centers. I have another list for birthday parties. I have another list for the comedy club I'm doing here at the end of the month. You know, it's you get to pick what you want, and you know who those people are you're sending their cards to.
Yeah, you selected them geographically because there would be no point in marketing to Minneapolis daycare centers.
Right. Yeah. Right. I could, if I wanted to.
Take the drive.
I could advertise in another city. Let's say that I was moving to another city. I start advertising myself in that other city, and before I get there, I've already got work. Yay!
That's true. Or if a person wanted to do a tour and work their way out
Yeah,
from
that's
the
true.
East Coast to the West Coast.
And I thought about that too. I thought about if I was doing a lecture tour and I was going out, I would advertise myself through postcards on that too. In fact, I know that that's happened because in the past I've gotten postcards from other magicians who were coming through town lecturing, and they sent me a postcard or an email.
Yep. To me, postcards are because you get out of that physical world. I just got a bunch of emails I was looking at. I'm going through and cleaning them up, and there's a lot of them. I use a CRM, a free one called HubSpot. And if they don't respond to some of the broadcast emails, it gets suppressed. And they just don't send stuff because that person isn't engaging. So here I got a list of 5,000, and I think that they're seeing it, but maybe 2,000 are. Everybody else is suppressed. With the postcards, I think they get delivered. I can't guarantee it. Maybe that postman is, smoking a joint and throwing them there.
If the address is no good or if somebody's moved, since they created that list, the mail, they send them back to you. Yeah, so
you know. A yellow thing on there.
And then you take them off your list for the next mailing. Yeah.
There's return to sender, unable to forward, return to sender. I guess they told me.
And then I take those postcards and I give them out to people when I meet them and say, it's like a business card.
Hey, we've gone past our 10 minutes, but I'll tell you.
Oh, geez. Okay.
We will. The reason I titled this the 10 minutes is because we try and put all the meaty stuff in for 10 minutes. And if people got to get to work or they just tired of listening to us, they can just shut it off. But normally I don't. Just trying that short format because sometimes
I never get tired of you.
No, we have a good time chit chatting, but there's other people that probably don't think we're as funny as we are.
They just don't know us.
I think that's true. I enjoy having a little coffee with you.
Thank you.
Tea or whatever.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for having me on. And we'll talk again next Monday.
This is our little domain that we're using here. Our Magic Deal. Steve and I promoting the mailbox, the postcard software. So take a look. Okay, Steve-O, thank you very much. Peace.
Bye.
Well, there he was, my friend Stephen Hart down in Florida. I'm up here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Steve's also got his dollar store magic. What if I could just pop that up? There it is. Dollar store magic tricks. If you want to get some easy to do magic tricks that are very affordable, he sells them at less than $10. So if you ain't got $10, maybe you should consider Starbucks for a job, not to drink. Okay, that's it. Be well, be good, be kind. See you later.